Today, we're going to be learning how to thread a sewing machine. So I want you to try first and see how you would thread the sewing machine, and then I'm going to actually teach you with explicit instruction. Okay. All right. So we know that we're going to have to put the yarn in the sewing machine. So this is called a spool. So we're going to go through these steps of threading a sewing machine. But first I want to go over a few vocabulary words. This is called a spool, and you put the spool right on the bobbin winder. So we know where you need the yarn. So we're going to take the yarn and we're going to pull it through the bobbin winder tension disc, which is this thing right here. So once you put the thread through the bobbin winder tension disc, you're going to pull it down this first slit toward the needle. You go down and around the control knob and back up. Then you see this little thing right there. It's a take-up lever. It actually moves. See it move? So you take it back around through the take-up lever down to the needle. You go through the needle and then finally through the presser foot. So before we start, I just wanted to go through each of those. So I don't know where to put this, but so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the spool on the bobbin winder. Then I'm going to pull the string toward the opposite end. No. Yeah. Down through the bobbin winder. So you're bobbin winder tension disc toward the needle. Then we're going to go down and around the take-up lever and through the take-up lever up here and back down to the needle. And then we're going to go through the needle, which is a little bit more difficult. The string has to be perfect. We're going to go through the needle and then through the presser foot. Okay, so I started by doing it. So now can you tell me what we have to make sure we do first?
Put the spool on the bobbin winder.
Okay.
Pull the string opposite end down through the bobbin winder toward the tension disc.
Okay, so am I going this way or am I going this way?
The opposite way.
Of the spool of the bobbin winder?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm at the bobbin winder tension disc, and where do I go?
Down and around the tension cord knob.
Okay. Now I'm at the tension control knob.
And you go back up through the take-up lever.
Okay.
And then back down through the needle. Back down towards the needle.
Okay. Now I'm at towards the needle. What do I do next?
You're going to go through the needle.
Okay. And once I'm through the needle, what am I going to do?
You go through the presser foot.
Okay. And then I have it all done. So, now, I'm going to put this already here for you. What should I do right now?
The string goes towards the opposite end.
Okay, so is this the right way?
No.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go where?
Down through the bobbin weaver. Winder. Tension disc.
Okay, and so here's the tension disc right here, and so I want to make sure I'm going through there because that's what's going to keep my string from slipping. Okay, so now I've gotten through the tension disc, and I know that I'm going to go down and around the control knob. And what am I going through up here?
The take-up lever.
Okay. And then once I go through the take-up lever, I see, if you look closely, I actually am through the take-up lever right there. See? Then where do I go from there?
You go back down to the needle.
Okay, and what's number 7?
Then you go through the needle.
And after I go through the needle, what am I doing?
You go through the presser foot.
Perfect. Okay, so now I want you to do it with me. So you're actually going to have control of the yarn this time. I want you to start by putting the spool on the bobbin winder. Perfect. Now what am I going to be doing next?
You go the opposite way
Mm-hmm.
towards the bobbin winder.
Tension disc. Perfect. So I see that you put it through the bobbin winder tension disc. Where am I now going with the thread?
You go down towards the control knob.
Okay, and once I get to the control knob, I know that I want to go back up through that little piece right there, the take-up lever.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to make sure that you actually get through the take-up lever. There you are. You see how it's through the take-up lever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you're going to go back down towards that needle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing right now?
Now we go through the needle.
Okay. This part is really difficult because the needle's really small. There you go. Okay, so now once you're through the needle, and good job, you're gonna go through the presser foot. Great job. You did it. Okay, so we're gonna take it back up. So, each time I'm gonna give you more and more to do. So what are we doing first?
We put the spool on the bobbin winder.
Okay.
And then we go the opposite way through the bobbin winder tension disc.
Okay, so once you put it through there, we're gonna go down towards what?
Down towards the control knob.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I see you went around the control knob. So what are we trying to get through up here?
The take-up lever.
Perfect. So we want to make sure we get through that, or else that's what brings the string up and down. Now I see you've turned it back towards the needle. So now that you're down there, what are you going to do with that?
We're going to go through the needle.
Okay, awesome. So finally, we go through the
presser foot.
Perfect. Wonderful job. So I like that you're using each of those words, and I want you to do it again. I'm going to be asking some more, but I want you to take control of them. So what are we going to be doing first?
We put the spool on the bobbin winder.
Okay.
And then we thread the string towards the opposite end through the bobbin winder toward the tension disc, down and around.
This is the bottom winder tension disc.
Oh.
It's
Down
through the tension control knob.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of names, I know.
Around the tension control knob, and then back up through the take-up lever, and then back down towards the needle. And then you thread the needle.
Okay, now you thread that needle. It gets kind of difficult after a few times. If you need to cut it, you can. I like that you're really taking your time putting it through the needle. Nice job. You need help?
Yes.
Okay, so now that I've put it through the needle, where do you want me, or where are we gonna go next?
You go through the presser foot.
Perfect. Okay, so my presser foot actually came off. Okay, so I want you to try it again. one last time. And I liked how on that last one you were correcting how you were saying your different things. So go ahead and take your time and put it each time. So what's our first step?
Put the spool on the bobbin winder
Okay.
and then pull the string toward the opposite end through the bobbin winder tension disc
Mm-hmm.
toward the needle, down and around the tension cord, back up through the tension, or through the take-up lever, sorry, back down towards the needle, through the needle, through the needle,
Nice. Now that do you have it through the needle?
and then down through the compressor foot.
Okay. Nice effort. I like that you took the steps and you went through each step really carefully. And I like how you worked with me at the beginning and then you slowly had more and more. Nice job.